All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and expose the pedos, the pedals, and the end of the cabal. The Great Reset. Talk about it,
The
lady.
Great Reset, or
Tell
what
them.
I like to call the Great Re-shit. That's where they take some old shit, dust it off, and repurpose it as new shit. Now, you may have heard of the Great Reset by one of its more familiar names, like Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, or my personal favorite, the New World Order. And don't be fooled by the term reset, because they don't plan on resetting anything. A reset is when your Super Mario game glitches, so you take out the cartridge, you blow in it, you stick it back in, and boom, up pops Mario again. This is kind of like that, except when you turn the game back on, instead of Mario on your screen, it's Bowser coming out of the TV to murder your grandma. We're talking about the complete transformation of humanity into a godless transhumanist nightmare from Orwellian hell. I want to direct your attention to the World Economic Forum, who created this demonic plan, and more specifically to their chief, Klaus Schwab. Now, Mr. Schwab likes to throw around a lot of buzzwords to convince the masses that this agenda is for the betterment of humanity. Words like sustainability and inclusivity and equality for all. But in his 2016 book, The Fourth Industrial Revolution, he's a lot more candid about the elitist plan for world domination. Let's skim through some excerpts from this literary masterpiece, shall we? The tools of the Fourth Industrial Revolution enable new forms of surveillance and other means of control that run counter to healthy open societies. Oh, well, that sounds helpful. Public crime is likely to decrease due to the convergence of sensors, cameras, AI, and facial recognition software. These technologies can intrude into the hitherto private space of our minds, reading our thoughts and influencing our behavior. Sounds a lot like mind control, but that's a conspiracy, so it can't be. As capabilities in this area improve, the temptation for law enforcement agencies and courts to use techniques to determine the likelihood of criminal activity, assess guilt, or even as capable the hitherto private space of our...
See, people don't understand this how serious this is. I know she's talking pretty fast, so I like to slow it down so that way you can analyze what she's saying. But just going back at that bottom sentence right there, or take it up a little bit. Private space of our minds, reading our thoughts, and influencing our behavior. You know, gang stalking numbers still don't think they're reading your thoughts. Gang stalking numbers, man. Why don't you go ahead and go buy the guinea pigs book or something, man? Stop bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? But you see right here, this right here, influencing our behavior. This was all about. I remember a long time ago, the brother Red Pill had said a long time ago in one of his videos. He was like, they want to put some of y'all in these behavior modification programs. That's what gang stalking is. Gang stalking ain't nothing but a behavior modification program influencing our behaviors. They're trying to change you, manipulate your mind, get you to spaz out, so that way they can turn you into a menace to society. Because remember, that's what it's all about. They want to change people because you know usually if you look at majority of the TIs, the target individual people, as far as I'm concerned, I really don't know people, but I can base it off myself. You know, I'm a good dude, so the whole key is to make. They want to turn. What's that Rihanna album back in the day? Good girl going bad or something. Remember Jay-Z said once a good girl's gone, she's gone forever. So that's what they're trying to do. They want to influence your behavior. They want to turn a good person to an evil person. You know what I mean? Because it's all about just experimentation. They just get a kick out of this. You know what I'm saying? Let's just sit back and let's just see what we can do with these technologies. Just like the movie I said with Trading Places, one of my favorite movies. You know, back with Eddie Murphy. You know, I did that video. You know, when it was a whole scientific experiment. They did it. They bet $1 on their own employee. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that was working in that law firm with them, and they set them up just over $1 just to see how their life would turn out. It was just an experimentation. They just wanted to see if it would work. Let's see if we could get Winthorpe, you know what I'm saying, to go crazy and be incarcerated and, you know, lose his family, his girl, his wife, his money, his job, his reputation, everything, and just be dirty and stinky. You know what I'm saying? This is what these folk do. These people are. We're dealing with evil entities here. They don't care about you. You ain't nothing but a science project, and they're willing to do. Remember, you're cattle. That's how you gotta understand that. Until you take back your rights and your power, you will always forever be cattle to these elites. And when I say take back your power, I'm not talking about, calling on no Jesus and, because that's not going to work, as you can see, because majority of y'all TIs claim to be Christians and y'all getting your ass kicked. So obviously that don't work. So that's not taking back your power. You see what I'm saying? So you better find another remedy, okay? Or you will just forever remain a pig or a cattle or a chicken in this construct that we're in. You know what I'm saying? Because this whole planet is a prison planet, and you already see what they're doing to the peoples. So yes, this is what it's all about. Influencing our behavior. They want to change you. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why, this is the reason why you had that girl, that young girl that I did the video on, that delivered the pizza and went and stabbed the other girl because of $2. You know that don't make no sense. Nobody does that in their right mind. You know what I'm saying? Nobody does that. So right here, somebody, can intrude into the hitherto private space of our minds. That's what they're doing. We got intruders, y'all. The beast is an intruder. And they're intruding into the people's minds to get you to do stupid shit, like influencing your behavior. So that way you can go out here and make the news and be up here looking all dumb. And now this lady getting ready to get life over a $2 tip because she delivered some pizza, and the lady gave her a $2 tip, and I guess it wasn't enough. So she ended up, slicing and dicing the lady up. And I don't even know if they even caught the dude. I don't even know. Don't even care. But I'm just saying, this is what's going on. So all the crime and stuff that's being done on the planet, your government is to blame.
Our minds reading our thoughts and influencing our behavior. Sounds a lot like mind control, but that's a conspiracy, so it can't be. As capabilities in this area improve, the temptation for law enforcement agencies and courts to use techniques to determine the likelihood of criminal activity, assess guilt, or even possibly retrieve memories directly from people's brains will increase.
That's not true.
The likelihood of criminal activity, assess guilt.
You can't do that. Call Congress up. Get Congress on the phone right now. Gang stalking numbers. Get Congress on the phone. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean you're going to retrieve memories directly from people's brains? And look. And it says will increase. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so meaning they're not even done with your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't the only one. You know what I'm saying? As capabilities in this area improve, the temptation for law enforcement agencies. Let's call the cops. The cops is on our side. Really? Really? You trust the law enforcement agencies and courts to use techniques to determine the likelihood of criminal activity, assess guilt, or even possibly retrieve memories directly from people's brains will increase. They gave you Minority Report. How many times I gotta talk about the precog? Huh? In my steady voice? Huh? How many times we gotta talk about precog, right? They gave you Minority Report back in the early 2000s? What year that came out? Somebody put it in the comment section. What year did somebody look it up. I think it might be 2006. Might be 2006.
Or even possibly retrieve memories directly from people's brains will increase. Even crossing a national border might one day involve a detailed brain scan to assess an individual's security risk. And last but definitely not least, the future will challenge our understanding of what it means to be human from both a biological and a social standpoint.
Yeah, and right here you already know. You already know the future of what it means to be human. There's no more humans out here. Everybody is bodified. Okay? And in this day of time, you really don't even want to be a human anyway, because it's a choice now. Like Bobby Hemmett said, we leaving humanism, we going to being God. So you got a choice now. You either got to tap into your God self, or you're gonna become a bot, because humanity is over. It's over. That should have passed in the wind. There's no more humanity. Two choices: a bot or a God. Take your pick.
Better call up Sarah Connor. Now,
You
unless
better.
you've been microdosing sedatives for the past 8 months, I'm sure you've realized by now that the CV-19 pandemic was manufactured to kickstart this agenda.
Uh-oh.
And if you haven't noticed, congratulations. There's a very good chance that you'll escape vaporization. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. But the invisible boogeyman narrative won't hold up forever, and the WEF is well aware of that. That's why they have a backup crisis to carry the agenda home. What crisis would that be? That's right, you guessed it, our good old friend, global warming. For those of you who don't know, global warming is a manufactured crisis created by the Club of Rome.
No, you lying, man. That can't be true. The climate fraud and the Club of Rome. Nah, I don't believe that. This was published back on October 2nd, 2019. Now, I don't believe this right here, but I'm going to believe that Jesus is going to crack open the sky and come and save my dumb ass.
A crisis think tank created in 1968 in order to convince the masses to agree to their own demise. So be prepared to hear about all the
In order to convince the masses to agree with their own demise.
manufactured crisis created by the Club of Rome. A crisis think tank created in 1968 in order to convince the masses to agree to their own demise. So be prepared to hear about all the sacrifices you're gonna have to make in order to save the planet. Sacrifices like giving up your property rights, being forced into smart cities, and being injected with nanotechnology.
COVID 25. You know what I'm saying? Smart cities.
So they can
Shout out to Ronald Davis. Hey, Ronald Davis, you still in the smart cities? Nigga, we all in the smart cities, man. How we gonna get out the smart cities, man? How we gonna get out the smart cities?
track you down for thought crimes. Now, why anyone in their right mind would sacrifices like giving up your property rights, being forced into smart cities, and being injected with nanotechnology so they can track you down for thought crimes. Now, why any...
You better not be thinking about doing no crime to nobody. You better not be thinking we own you. We're gonna get you. Well, you thought about it. You thought about punching that person in the face.
Anyone in their right mind would think it's a good idea to give the very elitists who destroyed the planet more power to now save the planet is beyond me, but hey, we're talking about the same species who eats Tide Pods and thinks polyester can protect you from a virus.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, y'all. Holla, Bizarre.